there will be more comments from them. T-minus 8 minutes, we'll kick off the ceremony right at 8:45. In the meantime, everybody in the house, let's see Santa Cruz Valley Unified School District. It's Mountain View in the house. How about Scottsdale in the house? What about Calabasas in the house? What about Rio Rico High School in the house? What about the CNA office? District office? What about the transportation department? And of course, welcome to all Big Ferry, Santa Cruz County, board members, everybody welcome. We'll start in about 7 minutes.
Mr. Fanning, for that great introduction. I don't know if it's true, but they did. So first I'd like to start with the national anthem. So we have our JROTC coming out. Please stand for the national anthem. And the national anthem will be sung by Miss Abigail Q, 7th grade student from Quantum Middle School.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Thank you. You may be seated. Again, let's take one more round of applause for Miss Abigail Q. Incredible. At this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome some of our distinguished guests. We're very fortunate in our community to have a lot of support from our local politicians, local businesses, city government. We're very fortunate to have a lot of partners, Sheriff's Department, and so I'd like to recognize those individuals. First, we'd like to recognize our governing board, Ms. Lourdes Vasquez, board president. Mr. Dan Guerrero, clerk. Mr. Brad Beach, member. Mr. Domenico Davis, member. Ms. Alma Vallejo, member. I'd like to recognize the City of Nogales Mayor, Jordan Maldonado. And the newly re-elected Santa Cruz County School Superintendent, Maya Donnelly. Our county supervisors, Mr. Luis Carlos Davis. First Things First, our regional director, Gara Castro. From our SB 35 division, as well as First Things First, Mr. Pancho Badillo. And also on the foundation, our own Ms. Karen Galmet. Rio Rico Rotary President, Marcos Bustamante. And then our partners from the Sheriff's Office, Commander Augustine Puerta Jr. SRO, Mr. Mario Rodriguez. Guerra Super Rafael Lopez. SRO, Zulia. And SRO, Alisa. At this time, we're going to have our dignitaries that have requested to share a few things with you. We'll start out with Ms. Lourdes Vasquez.
Good morning, beautiful people. On behalf of the governing board, welcome back to a new school year. It is truly an honor to stand before such an incredible group of educators, support staff, administrators, and district employees. Each of you play a valid role in shaping the lives of our students, and we are grateful for your dedication and commitment. As we begin this new year, we are presented with a fresh opportunity, a chance to inspire, to grow, and to make lasting impacts. While challenging will come, so will moments of joy, breakthroughs, and success. Never underestimate the difference each and every one of you make. A kind word, a patient moment, or believing in a student when they don't yet believe in themselves can change the course of life. Our students are counting on us not just to teach them, but to encourage them, challenge them, and help them discover their potential. Together, we create schools where every child feels seen, valid, and capable of achieving great, great things. Thank you for the passion, the heart, and countless hours you invest in our district. Your work matters, and it makes a difference every single day. As we embark on this new school year, let's support one another, celebrate our successes, learn from our challenges, and remember why we chose to serve in education. Together we can make this our best year yet. Welcome back, and here's to an amazing school year. Thank you.
Next, Mr. Brad Beach.
Well, I was half asleep until I came into this gym. Yep. Band woke me up, the hot cakes dancers, Mr. Verdugo. I don't know what they put in the coffee up there, but man, these guys are ready to roll. Yep. There's more excitement in this gym than the World Cup. And I'm not gonna lie, this summer, I'm not a soccer fan, but I did get caught up in the World Cup experience, and I did take some notes. So here we go. Number one place to watch soccer, Telemundo. That's the only channel. And I learned a new word, it was cabezazo. I kept on hearing, otro cabezazo a Ronaldo. Otro cabezazo a Ronaldo. And after the game, they asked Ronaldo, ¿cómo te llamas? And he said, me llamo Esteban. One too many cabezazos. I think they should call it concussion sasso. Yes. But while I was watching, I did notice something, and that is the amount of teamwork it takes to win a game. Each and every person in some way contributes to the win and the losses. Each team had their entire country and that huge fan base. It was amazing. So as we begin the 26-27 school year, let's bring that same World Cup spirit into our school by embracing that team concept. Now, who's on our team? We all know we have our Messis, the teacher and staff members who are always locked on. They're our all-stars. We have our Ronaldos, the ones that should have retired but are still in the game because they love it. Just like our teachers retired and came back, Ms. Rosa, Ms. Blair, Christie. I know Mr. Fanning's always in the game, Mr. Shadler, Frank Aviano. Thank you guys for coming back. Your experience and wisdom is appreciated. Let's see, what else? We got our Ronaldos. Let's see. We also have that big old guy, Hayden from the Netherlands. That's a teacher and staff who walk in every day looking like they already had 3 cups of coffee and are ready to take on the world. And of course, there's going to be days that we feel like the U.S. goalie who gave up 3 goals. On those days, it's okay to ask for an assist. That's what teammates do. So what's our World Cup trophy? It's seeing a student read for the very first time. It's watching a student finally believe in themselves. It's hearing years later, you made a difference, each and every one of you. But most of all is watching our students walk across that stage and receive their diploma. That doesn't happen because of one person. It happens because of a team. It's our grounds and maintenance crew and our custodians who keep our campus clean, safe, and welcoming. It's our cafeteria staff to make sure our students are well fed. It's our bus drivers who get them here every day. It's our office staff. There we go, right over there. It's our office staff, teachers, counselors, administrators, parents, and our community. Every role matters, and remember that one goal is seeing our students walk across that stage, prepared to take on the world. So as we begin this new school year, let's keep that team spirit and have some fun. When we see someone doing an amazing job, tell them, "Esele Messi." When you see someone full of energy, "Cálmate." And if you really mess up, just tell your principal, "Lo siento, tuve un cabezazo." So in closing, remember, we don't win by ourselves, we win together. Have a fantastic start to the new year, and let's go win our World Cup trophy, one student at a time.
Next is Amadou Abdullah.
Welcome back. Actually, my speech is actually echoing everything that Ms. Vasquez, our board president, and Mr. Beach just said. It's wonderful to see each and every one of you as we begin another school year filled with opportunities and possibilities. Whether you're returning or joining us for the first time, today is about celebrating the people who make our schools exceptional. What makes our district truly special isn't just our buildings or our programs. It is our people. Every one of you plays a vital role in helping students learn, grow, and succeed. Today, I especially recognize the classified personnel, the heart of our daily operations. To our bus drivers, thank you for safely bringing our students to and from school each day and being one of the first and last friendly faces they see. To our food service teams, thank you for providing nutritious meals and creating moments of care and connection throughout the day. To our maintenance and custodial staff, your work keeps our schools clean, safe, and ready for learning, and it never goes unnoticed. To our paraprofessionals, instructional assistants, library aides, thank you for your dedication to supporting students, building confidence, and helping them succeed. To our health aides, thank you for your compassion and care in supporting students' health, comfort, and well-being. To our warehouse staff, thank you for ensuring our schools have the materials and supplies needed to function every day. To our technology department, thank you for keeping our systems running, supporting devices, and ensuring that digital learning works seamlessly for students and staff. To our security guards and resource officers, thank you for helping keep our schools safe, secure, and welcoming environments where students can focus on learning. To our attendance clerks, front office staff, school secretaries, the welcome center, and district office teams, you are the welcoming voices, the organizers, the problem solvers, and the steady support that keeps everything running smoothly. Let's give our classified staff a big round of applause. And our teachers, thank you for your passion, creativity, and commitment for inspiring students every day. You make a lasting difference in their lives. There is no job more important than another. It takes all of us working together to support students. We are one team and with one shared purpose, helping every child succeed. As we begin this year, let's choose optimism, collaboration, and kindness. Let's support one another, celebrate successes, and remember the impact of our work. Every lesson taught, every bus route driven, every meal served, every classroom cleaned, every call answered, every schedule managed, every student supported, it all matters. Here's to a year of growth, connection, and achievement. Thank you for all you do, and let's make this year our best year yet. Welcome back, everyone, and have an amazing school year.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. I was talking to Ben this morning. I don't know about you, because he was talking about how he has a lot of energy, and sometimes he doesn't know how to funnel that energy. That's me. I got tons of energy. You know, despite the fact that I'm old and people look at me and say, boy, you're pretty worn out now, Mr. Ramirez. You know, I still have a lot of energy. My mom always used to say that when God breathed life into me, he must have breathed twice, you know? So that's the way I roll. But I'm here to talk to you about making a difference. And, oh, by the way, I want to welcome the new teachers. I'm sorry, I want to do that first. I want to welcome you here, tell you that you got the greatest kids in the world here. You're going to be supported by the parents, and that if you have any problems with discipline and that kind of thing, feel free to email me and ask me for ideas, or talk to your colleagues, or do what it takes to enforce the discipline, because let's face it, without discipline, you cannot teach. You just can't. If you don't have that, that's the main hurdle to having success in your room, as far as I'm concerned. And we're only as strong as the weakest link. So we need you to do your hardest to support that idea, because we as governing board members, we can lay down all the rules in the world, but it doesn't make a difference unless you support those rules and you enforce them. So I'm here to ask you that. Please, all of you, not just the new teachers, please enforce the policies that we lay down for you. Okay, now getting back to making a difference. I believe firmly that everybody has been put here to make a difference in people's lives. And I can attest to that because this summer when I went to Germany with the superintendent, by the way, it was the first time ever in my entire life that I got to take a superintendent to Germany, into the schools. So I never in my wildest dreams thought that a superintendent would attend a German school and get to see what it's like, and get to see the kids, and get to see everything that I had done, the groundwork that I had laid down. And so he met Rodney Halen. She was the 1998, the very first valedictorian of Rio Rico High School. And she lives out there now. She lives in Frankfurt, Germany, and she's a virologist. She got her PhD out there in Germany. She went to Aachen, first because she was a valedictorian. She went to Smith. She went to Ivy League school. But she had only taken German with me for 1 year. Okay? And so she went out there and she studied at Aachen and not only got her master's over there, but she got, her degree. She got her degree in German. Imagine that, having to do that in the German language. That's not an easy thing when that's not your native tongue. So anyway, she went to Aachen and got her PhD, and she was very successful and became a virologist. And so the superintendent got to meet her, and he got to see what an influence our system, our school system had. Getting back to that, that's you guys. It's not just German. It doesn't need to be my born here. It's everything that you do, from the classroom to the coach, to, as my colleagues mentioned, everybody in the district, from the bus drivers, the custodians, to everybody. Just think of putting this thing together, how much effort that took. Hats off to you. Hats off, by the way, to this wonderful young lady, Miss Q, who sang the national anthem. Could you give it up for her, please? Okay, get back down to earth here a little bit. Got my energies out. I think. So you can make a difference, is what I'm telling you. There was another kid, his name was Noel Sotomayor. Some of you probably know him, went to school with him. And he too is from, he went through our school system. His name is Mercury. He left Prague in the Czech Republic to come all the way up to Berlin to come and see us and meet the superintendent. That's how much he loved our district. So let's get back to this. We have a big honeymoon period right now, right? Where everybody's all together and you're all happy, especially Calabasas. Boy, you're really loud today. He said he really woke us up, So all my colleagues, so that's not to put any of the other schools down, you're all really loud. And my colleagues that I worked with at Rio Rico High School. By the way, I put in 20 years, Rio Rico High School. I did all kinds of things. I ran an exchange program, I ran a chess team, and I even, basketball fell in my lap. I wasn't from that world, but I tried my hardest to make us proud. I had some quite the games here. The mayor of Rio Rico, John Fanning, and I was talking about that, about the great times that we had on this court. Getting back to this again, and keep coming back. You can make a difference. And I'm not talking about when you feel good and you come to school and you're feeling pretty good, and you worked out and you feel great. I'm talking about 6 weeks from now, like Brad told me when I texted him this morning, when I called him, he was saying, we'll see what they look like 6 weeks from now. Amen, hallelujah. Because it's when you're tired and
you're in the real deep part of school, even later on, and even when you're sick, you feel you're not making a difference in somebody's life because you're exhausted. Or maybe you had one of those days at home, and you came to work, and you're stressed beyond belief. It's those moments that count. You have to believe that you were put here for a reason. You have a God-given talent. Every single one of you in this district has it in their hand to make a difference. All you have to do is clasp and make a difference. You can do this. You can believe in yourself, especially in those moments when you're exhausted, right? When you're in the nitty-gritty of your school year. When you're burned out. Some people don't lie to me. They rot burned out. You know? And some people are not. I mean, you have to try to be positive. You're not going to gain anything, like my dad said, by being negative. Never. So you might as well try to be as positive as you can. But remember this, that when you're tired, when you're exhausted, okay, reach out. Try to make that difference with a person. Even the governing board can do that. Mr. Verdugo, every single person in this district has the power to make a difference. Okay, so that's what I'm going to ask you to do before I check out. Please give it your best when you're exhausted to make a difference in a child's life. Because as I mentioned, I was blessed. I got to see the fruits of the labor when I was in Germany with the superintendent. And even I got to influence Mr. Verdugo, Dave, good friend. And I'm hoping that that'll carry some of it. I'm telling you. You think those kids don't listen to you? Just like I probably think right now you're not listening to me. But they do. They listen to every single word you say. So make it count. Thank you. Yes, I'm still recovering. He's one of the best tour guides around. I got to see a lot of different things there. We were putting in 8 to 10 miles a day of walking. Also went on a 23-mile bike ride. So my legs are still recovering. So our next thing started to speak is Mr. Ribolem. Good morning. It's always great to be here. My friends, my neighbors, my former students, my colleagues, family. I look forward to this day every year. We travel, we network with great leaders, but our greatest leaders are right here, sitting right there. I'm blessed right now. Of all the years I've been a supervisor, I'm truly blessed right now with great teammates. Dr. Davis and Mr. Fanning. Boy, do I sleep well at night now. What an amazing work culture. And this is what you guys have here. An amazing work culture that lends to good leadership, to empowerment, to great learning. We have the most amazing students in Santa Cruz County. We witnessed one of them today. Little Miss June, wow, amazing. Incredible talent. And in all my years of coaching, I coached a lot of years somewhere else. But look at me now. Yes. being way up there. It was getting the stuffy judges come up to you and say, your kids are the most well-behaved kids here at the state tournament. Your kids are the best kids. That to me was an incredible highlight, and that just tells us what our parents are like and what our teachers are like, our staff. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Have an incredible year. Mr. Abdullah, thank you for being a great partner. Technical difficulties already. Perfect. So this year we're going to start out with our year in review. Thank you again to the dignitaries for those great comments and getting us started with a lot of positivity. So we're going to do our year in review video, and then we will kick it off with a little bit more of our celebration. So we'll start out with our 20, 25, 26 year review. Thank you for Audra for putting that together. It was a very, very successful 25-26 school year. And again, as all of the board members and dignitaries mentioned, it's all because of our staff and the people that we have that work in our school district. But why are we here? We're here to celebrate coming back, but also to celebrate our students. And so just as we had Ms. Q, who has great talent, we have our middle school CTMS dance team who's going to start us off.
job. Hard to believe they are middle school team. Future state champions just like our Hawks and in high school, I'm sure. This time, we are now going to introduce our new members of our team. So we have a few students coming in. I'd like to invite Mr. Fanning to come up. The voice of the Hawks will be introducing our new members. The man, the legend, that's Mr. Fanning right there.
Everybody vote for the motion, not second vote. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome new staff from Santa Cruz Valley Unified School District number 35. First, as we go from Holy Names University, Laurent Bamford. Arizona State University, Herod S.
from Northern Arizona University at San Cayetano, Gina Rusa. From the University of Arizona at Mount Union here, Lisette Ruiz. Rio Rico High School graduate will be Admiral Rico this year from the University of Phoenix, Anel Salgado. At Guadalupe this year, Cynthia Vasquez. And 2006, Rio Rico High School graduate, will be at Calabasas this year on the University of Arizona, Tirsa Varela. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of our new staff a nice round of applause and good luck.
Please stand and say to our students who participated. Thank you. Okay, now, get everybody settled. Of course, they don't want to do that new teacher season anymore. This past spring, we celebrated our retirees. And we're very fortunate that a lot of retirees actually chose to come back. But we also want to recognize those that have retired and put in years of service. See the slide back here. For all those years of service, 168.5 years combined in service. So if you are on that list of retirees and are here, would you please stand so we can recognize you? Thank you. Thank you for your years of service, and you are always part of our district. Next year, you recognize employees for their years of service. 5 years, if you are on this list, please stand up. driving a bus. That's a Next, we're moving to our staff recognitions. Our employees of the year from each site, and then we will have our district employees of the year. I want to invite the foundation, I think they're already up here. So they also provide we are very fortunate to have a foundation that supports our staff in the year, along with our student scholarships in the spring for our top 5%. But they give a cash award to each employee of the year. So again, thank you to the foundation. For support staff of the year, Lucia Madrigal, Julie Thompson, Susan Bowman, to everybody for being recognized for their site. Our next is our district overall winners. So each category has a overall winner. And it's very difficult because we have great staff. So the committee gets together, reviews the applications that go or what was sent in on their behalf. And so then the final determination is made by the committee up to the district employee of the year for each category. So we will start with our administrator of the year. You can read there, consistency demands professionalism while creating a welcoming environment for staff and families. An exceptional, dedicated, hardworking individual serves as an outstanding role model. The winner is Ms. Claudia Colon. You can see she was surprised. Thank you for her family for being able to do that. And next, the support staff of the year. Understand that every role within the school district contributes to student success, and they exemplify the important impact that support staff have on their educational experience, their dedication, consistency, and servant leadership make them an invaluable asset to our district. And the support staff member of the year, Mr. Phil Maldonado. Does not look for the spotlight, which is often the reason so many initiatives succeed. She quietly solves problems before they become obstacles, anticipates needs before they are expressed. She supports those around her without hesitation and celebrates the accomplishments of others before her own. This year's Professional Staff of the Year is to go through interviews and so forth. So we wish them luck in that as well. But this year's District Teacher of the Year. Their impact extends beyond student achievement. They play a vital role in building a strong, supportive school culture, a leader whose impact is felt far beyond the classroom. This year's Teacher of the Year, Ms. Thank you and congratulations to all of our staff that were recognized today for their accomplishments. Our award-winning Hawks dance team. In-state campus before, runner-up, I believe, this last year. So, Ray Heisman, Hawks dance team. Thank you to Coach Hughes and Hawks dance team for their performance. All right, so now is, I know your favorite time, get to hear me talk. Sure. Right. Yeah, those two claps, thank you. But last year, we challenged ourselves, or actually I challenged you a little bit, to move from good to great, raise the standard, and live excellence every day. Our letter grades came back, everybody improved for the most part, except we had one site, and it's really the state, the way the game is played, because you have such importance placed on growth, that you know that if you have a very large year of growth, it's going to be very difficult the next year, and then it affects your letter grade. But we did challenge ourselves, I believe, to compete, do what we needed to do to be the best that we could be. And our letter grades reflect that. We had a lot of schools that were close to being A's, and that's always our expectation, is to be an A. We want to be the best for our students. Like all of our board members talked about, we have great staff, great community, great students. This year, I want to thank Ms. Maria, Meg, and the entire team that worked on the strategic plan. And again, it's a commitment that's going to shape the future of our district. And we'll talk about, or I'll talk about a little bit today, of what that looks like, what it means, and how we go beyond the words. Because we can talk about, we can have a great strategic plan, but if we don't actually put it into action, it doesn't mean anything. And we'll look at that today. And it's unfortunate that I will be here for the end of that 6-year plan, because for those of you who may not know, I signed my last contract this July begins my last 3 years here in the district, which I'm excited to. This is year 36 for me. I know I don't look it. But it's year 36 in education for me. And so I'm looking forward to really sprinting to the end and accomplishing a lot in these last 3 years that I'm with the district. I'm excited to what this strategic plan brings to us, what it's going to do, and how it shapes our future. So before we get into some of that, I would like to bring up 3 chairs, and I think we have a few students that are going to have an interview with me. And this one, they don't have any idea what the questions are going to be, because I want it to be impromptu. So it's going to be, because I thought, yeah, you want to hear from me, sure, but you want to hear from our students. You want to hear what their expectations are for you as teachers, and what their experience is like as students. So we have some students here, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Addison Hicks, and I'm going to be a senior this year.
Hi, my name is Juliana Lopez, and I'm going to be a sophomore this year. Hello, I'm Ashley Tinta, and I'm going to be a senior this year.
Hi, my name is Leah Cabales, and I'm also going to be a senior this year.
So to take the first question, again, they don't have any idea what these questions are going to be, because they were just asked this morning, hey, will you participate in this panel? So thank you for being able to do that. So the first question I want to ask is, how has your experience been here in Santa Cruz Valley District 35? As most of you have been here since elementary, correct? So how has your experience been so far in our district?
It's been absolutely amazing. I started at San Cayetano and then Cuauhtemoc, and now we're in high school. It's been so fun. Every school, every campus makes you feel like a family. I know, like, I've always been able to find myself on campus with them, or with my teachers, or activities, or anything like that. So it's always makes you feel at home.
I also went to San Cayetano and Cuauhtemoc. I feel like every teacher was very welcoming, and like, if you needed help, they were there for you. Like, everybody was so helpful. Unlike my peers, I didn't enter the Rio Rico district till my freshman year of high school, and adding to going into your freshman year, I was completely new. I didn't have any peers, and I can say that every teacher and every person that I talked to helped me feel super welcome, and every opportunity that I had, I took it, and it helped me feel at home with the people that I was with.
Unlike the other ladies sitting here, I'm actually from Phoenix, Arizona. I didn't come here until the second semester of my freshman year. But one thing that really stood out to the Santa Cruz district was the sense of really will find like a community. Like for me, it was my dance team. Yeah, I just think the community is what stands out the most about this district, and it's a really beautiful attribute to have.
So now, shifting a little bit, those are all positive things. Not that I want to get negative, but the question is if you had the opportunity to be in my position, then what would you expect of the district? What would you want your teachers to know that you need as students to improve our district?
It's a really hard question.
Yeah. And feel free. No one's going to hold anything against you. So feel free to be honest. She's looking for her mom.
What do I say?
Just be honest.
Obviously, all my teachers are amazing, which makes this so hard. I would say maybe like having everyone be open to all activities. That as an athlete, you see some people that are closed off and do this, do that, and like this is the path. But like in reality, like either way, if you make a mistake, you'll learn. So I think just letting kids like kind of do what they want and learn from those mistakes will help them grow.
But I'm sure you had those conversations. I wish Rio Rico High School would do this. You've had those conversations. We're perfect, right? So when we come back to the school year and we have any issues, we can say these students said we're perfect. There's nothing wrong with us. We can't improve anymore.
We're too good. We're doing everything right.
Great.
I think our school district does a really good job at just like the whole individualized learning. I think we're doing amazing at that, just really like giving each student their own opportunity. But this isn't like feedback nor advice for students and for teachers. It's just to really, in this day and age, it's really easy to get unmotivated. So I just think to really take that extra step to stay on track with schedules, with deadlines, just really like use your energy and use it efficiently. And for teachers as well, to really like motivate your students to do that in the classroom. I think motivation is a key advice.
So the last question is those of you that are seniors or juniors, do you feel prepared for what's coming next? Because like I said, our strategic plan is all about trying to prepare students for the future. So you've been through our system. Do you feel prepared for the future?
I feel like I am. The big thing about this district, like she said, is like the community. Being able to go up to someone and build a relationship with them is really important. Whether it's good, bad, like learning how to deal with people and different types of people, I think is really important going into the next chapter of my life. I think it has prepared me to be more outgoing and making conversations with people that I wouldn't have been able to have before.
I think I am prepared too. I think, well, how he said previously, like my teachers have prepared me a lot, and just, well, how Adam said, having a relationship with your teacher is very helpful, and like learning a lot of things from them.
For me, I would say that I do feel prepared going into my senior year and think about college applications and where I'm going next. And I can say that throughout my 4 years in high school, I've really settled into who I am and find myself. Whereas it's having relationships with teachers or finding new friends or joining new clubs. We have so many opportunities, and I can say going into high school was kind of overwhelming. But once I figured myself out, it was true where I wanted to go, and I knew what the type of person that I wanted to be. So I can say I do feel prepared for this next chapter.
Another thing that stood out from the Senate position is also like a sense of like college readiness for me. It's like I said, if you stay motivated, you will find your pathway here, and I feel like this pathway also leads to your like, future success. Like personally me, I was able to be qualified to join the SNEP College Readiness Expedition, which has allowed me to go to Washington University last summer and even go on an Alaskan leadership expedition this year. And these have all given me such like a good sense of independence. So once I leave, I know like what I'm in for, if that makes sense. And also another shout out to my coach. He builds like, he's giving me these morals and these lessons that like are universal. And I feel like that not everyone takes into account that much, such as like integrity, grace, all those things. When you're in the real world, you're introduced to new conflicts, you're introduced to new just changes in life, and I feel like personally I have found a way to thrive in challenge.
Woo!
Appreciate you guys stepping up and being surprised and being able to roll with it. So again, thank you. Please give them one more round of applause. That was a great example of our students. One of the things that we talk about, and I get to talk about a lot as I go to different places across the country. This last week, actually, I got to speak at University of Wisconsin Eau Claire Leadership Summit, and one of the things that I talked about was, one, we never make excuses. No matter what we do, we push forward and try to do the best that we can be, and our students, just like they explained, are a perfect example of that. We have our graduation rate, which is one of the top, not only in Arizona, but one of the top in the country for our population, at 94%, which is incredible. But again, our new strategic plan, so there is a video. I know some of you have been looking at our strategic plan as you come back to school and with your sites. So we are actually going to be sharing this video, which is part of the committee, which included students, staff, community members, board member. We had a lot of input on this strategic plan. It wasn't just a small group. So we're going to go ahead and share this video.
School District number 35. Everything we do begins with our students, our community, and our shared future. Our strategic plan is a multi-year roadmap that defines where our district is headed and how we will get there. It reflects the voices of students, staff, families, and community members, and guides our decisions, priorities, and progress.
And at SCD 35, every student is empowered to dream boldly, lead with purpose, and make a positive impact in their community and the world.
We create safe and inclusive learning environment where every student is inspired to learn, challenged to excel, and supported to grow as confident, compassionate contributors to their community and the world.
We hold ourselves and one another to high standards of performance and professionalism. We use data to ensure every decision, practice, and outcome improves student learning and success.
We work together to achieve shared goals. Together, students, educators, families, and communities create meaningful learning experience and collective successes.
We recognize the diverse experiences of students and families, offer support in times of need, and build relationships that nurture emotional and academic well-being.
We uphold honesty, fairness, and transparency in every action. Through ethical behavior and respect for every learner, we strengthen the trust across our schools and within our community.
We embrace challenges with determination and a growth mindset. We have the courage to learn from mistakes, adapt to change, and support one another to achieve personal and academic goals.
We take ownership of our actions, commitments, and contributions to the school community. Students, staff, families, and leaders each play an active role in creating safe, respectful, and productive learning environments.
We hold the following beliefs about student, learning, and education. We believe all students can learn and thrive at high levels when given the support, opportunity, and encouragement. We believe that maintaining high expectations for all students creates a culture of excellence and achievement. By challenging and supporting every learner, we empower them to grow, excel, and succeed in school and in life.
We believe that innovation in teaching and learning is essential to prepare students for a rapidly changing world. By embracing creativity and technology, we equip students with the skills, adaptability, and confidence they need to thrive in the future.
These are our beliefs, these are our actions and practices that guide our decisions. Students are at the heart of every decision, guiding our commitment to inclusive high-quality education that nurtures academic, social, and emotional growth.
We recognize that student success is a shared responsibility, and we actively engage families, community partners, and staff to create supportive learning communities.
We use data to refine instructional strategies and implement innovative practices that strengthen our impact on student learning.
In order to realize SCB 35's vision and mission, these are our priorities. Number 1, academic achievement. Ensuring all students make academic progress and succeed in acquiring knowledge, skills, and competencies outlined in academic state standards.
Career readiness and global skills, which means preparing students with knowledge, skills, attitudes, and experiences necessary to successfully enter and thrive in the workforce or pursue further education and training after graduation.
Safe, supporting learning environments, which means all students feel physically secure, emotionally valued, and socially included, enabling them to focus on learning and personal growth.
Together, our vision, mission, values, beliefs, guiding principles, and priorities shape the future of Santa Cruz Valley Unified School District number 35. This is our plan, this is our commitment, and this is how we dream, learn, and lead together.
So you got to see the whole big picture there, and you're going to be working on your school sites this year, talking about how we move from talking about it to actually implementing it. Because that is the biggest step for us, is to move from just talk, move into action. Because that's always what happens when people put together a big strategic plan, they talk about it, and then nothing ever happens. So our goal and our commitment is that we are going to move from the talk into action. And everything we do, again, is always students first, staff first, because I think sometimes people forget that the staff, if you don't have a good quality staff, a happy staff, it doesn't matter how good your students are, because they're not going to be happy coming to work. So it's important for us to support you and continue to support you. And if we are not, that's part of the accountability as well, is to have a voice. And we want not only agency with our students, but we want agency with our staff. And that doesn't mean open the door to come and complain to me. But it does mean if there's something you feel strongly about, please make sure that you voice your concerns and things to us so we can continue to get better as a school district. So the vision, our plan, again, was created with over 1,200 votes. So we went out to the community, a lot of different individuals participated. We're very fortunate to have, as you heard, a lot of voices on that video were student voices. And so we had a lot of student voice as part of this process. Skip one. That is some technical difficulties, right? And I can't blame Jordan because I wasn't there. All right, so our vision, again, change. think most people remember our previous vision, educate everyone every day. It really wasn't our vision, but it was part of what our tag was. And now we actually went through a whole process, have a new vision. Where every student is empowered to dream bold. We want our students to believe they can do things, do anything, and move to wherever they want to move. Like I said, we are very fortunate to have a high graduation rate, but we were at 40% of our students moving on to higher education or certifications. This last year, we set an all-time high, so shout out to Rio High School. We moved up to 55%. And our goal is to move even further than that. We still have the goal, and I know Mr. Lopez, we talk about time. We want our students to graduate with an associate's degree by 2029. And that's our goal. Is we want a high school diploma and an associate's degree, so that they're set to go whether go to the workforce or move into higher ed. And we have a few years, and the financial impact of that is important. But we are moving in that direction. Lead with purpose. We want to make sure that everything we do has a purpose. We're just not talking about it. We want to make sure that there's purpose behind everything we do. And then positive impact. You saw our students that we're already making a positive impact, but we want to make sure that every student has that. Every single student. The thing that frustrates me the most, and I know we don't have the Sabbath teachers, but I do hear some people say, I would do great if it was just like just had better students. And that is not an excuse we have here in our district. We have great students, and if anybody says that, I don't get mad very often, at least some people say it, but when I do, it's about things like that, because our kids they're the best that they can be, and we need to be the best that we can be to continue to bring that out of them. So there is no kid left behind in our school district. Every kid deserves first-class operation, first-class treatment, and making sure that we push them, even if they don't want to, even if they're here late, even if they don't want to show up, even if they argue with you about dress code, even if they're targeted your class, even if they have all kinds of excuses. Our job is to make sure, no matter what that is, to bring them and bring the best out of them. So make a positive impact. Every student deserves to begin to feel safe, to belong, to be challenged. We want to make sure that every student is challenged. We want it to be difficult. We want them to enjoy that difficult challenge so they can become better. And then someone who believes in you. I think that was what you heard from those students. Why I wanted to have our students talk about it is because to hear from them the impact that you have. Mr. Ramirez talked about the Germany trip. And we got to see some students that from the program, which now almost 30 years ago, that were impacted by what he did and how they're now working out of the country, doing other things. But it's just everybody deserves that. Somebody who believes in them, somebody who will push them, like those students we're talking about, they just feel safe and able to communicate with their teachers, and being able to, anybody, even, and I always talk about it, every year I ask kids, and they love their bus drivers. They love how their bus drivers make them feel. First face they see, last face they see. And so it's important to everybody in our entire district know that we want to have that. Believe in every student. Our values changed a little bit in our previous ones. I lost when we were trying to. I wanted to compete, and everybody knows I love to compete. I want to be the best. I love to compete at everything, and so we replaced it with resilience because that was one of the values that we had. That everybody, no matter what happens, we want to be strong, be able to enjoy that difficult achievement and work hard and continue to push forward. But these are our new values, and we'll go into depth at your school sites with those. And again, students first, and again, staff first. And I want to make sure that that's also there. It's not only students first, it's staff first. Every decision, every classroom, every conversation, every dollar, every day. We're very fortunate. Our district financial, there's some this year. There are going to be approximately 26 schools closing across Arizona. Because of low birth rates, not being financially and fiscally responsible, we've been very fortunate to make sure that we right-size every year, we budget appropriately, even looking at what our enrollment is going to be. So our strategic plan not only looks at where we're at with the current, but also in our academic achievement, but where we're at and going to be 5 years from now financially, to make sure that we continue to give raises. A lot of districts this year didn't give any raises. We were able to do that. So every dollar is put back in the classroom. Every dollar that we have is to support staff. And so every conversation we have is again about the students and about the staff and how we can continue to support you. Again, success is more, and I started out talking about our letter grades. We know that success is more than a test score. We want every student to be a creative thinker, effective communicator, and I think you saw that with our seniors here, students, engaged citizens, resilient lifelong learners, because education is about who they become. And we have great students. And our job is to make sure we cultivate that so that they become great people beyond school. So that is our strategic plan. Next. And then the roadmap. Again, it begins with academic achievement, career readiness, durable skills, being able to communicate, get off the phone, be able to talk. That's one of the reasons I didn't tell them beforehand. And I didn't even tell Audrey that I was going to do it until this morning. Because I wanted them to be surprised. I wanted them to have to actually talk and not be able to look at their phone and say, what are the questions going to be? I wanted them to actually be able to communicate, because that's a role that we have to do, is to be able to just talk and communicate with people. And so those durable skills, safe and supporting learning environment. We have our partner in here with our new facilities this last year. They're doing better than our previous one. People don't have high expectations for our facility. We want them clean and safe, and if they're not, then we'll make sure that they are. And our learning environment safe. We invested over $1.6 million in cameras and other security items, so we have a lot of investment in keeping our campus safe as well. Next. Again, building tomorrow together. Every student empowered, every employee committed, and that's, again, what we're going to be asking you this year, is to move from talking about the strategic plan, but actually putting it in action. Every day is an opportunity to be the best that you can be. And as we heard on the video, dream, learn, believe is our new tagline. Again, dream boldly, learn relentlessly, and lead with purpose. Let's build the future together. Thank you very much, and have a great day. And now we have our Hawks marching band, who will. Are we going right into the fight song? Or we got one song, and then we'll have a fight song, and then we're going to have Mr. Fanning, who's stretching already, getting ready to lead the dance. So, the Hawk marching band. to do. So all new staff members, teachers, you gotta come out onto the dance floor. Now you're coming to the dance floor. You didn't know that, but then we got Mr. Fanny who's already stretched, ready to go. Hawks dancing, they're gonna help us lead that as well. So that you can blend in. And anybody else who would like to join us, of course. So as we head into the 2026-27 school year, we always do it, dancing our way into it. There we go, y'all.
Hey, everybody, on the 1-2. Let it go. Get that hips moving. Down, 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 down. I see you. Come on, down. Your hips go. Doing that. Don't let that hip stop. Oh my God. school year. We don't want anybody to get too happy. Enjoy your day, enjoy your school year. Make sure you have a great school year. If anybody would like food, there is still food.